Do you ever wonder if you will ever measure up? I mean, it seems like those around us have life fully together. Everything goes right for them all the time. But life isn't that easy though, is it? Whatever you think of those around you, their lives are as tough as yours. Whatever you think, they mess up too. We all have bad days when nothing seems to go right for us. We all need a little help from God to follow Him. We all need God's grace. Have you ever been to the circus? Have you ever seen the trapeze artists flying through the air, putting their bodies into all sorts of different positions and trusting their partners? They jump on the high wire, they glide through the air, but what happens if they slip and fall? Well, they've got a net to catch them. God's grace is just like that net in our lives. It catches us if we fall. Imagine spending 3 years with Jesus, seeing Him do amazing miracles, seeing Him healing the sick, raising the dead, bringing the fringes of society into His inner circle. Imagine Him calling you His friend. Imagine you calling Him your best friend and saying to Him that you would never ever deny Him or let Him go or betray His trust. Then imagine falling back on the very words that you've just said. You know, Peter found himself in that very position. He promised Jesus everything, and then in Jesus' moment of need, he runs away and he denies that he never ever knew Him. What a letdown. What a failure. But rather than cutting him off, rather than ignoring him, Jesus shows Peter grace. He gives him a second chance. He gives Peter one of the greatest jobs ever, and that is to help the early church get off the ground. Peter became a great church leader. It was a big part of God's plan for humanity to use Peter to grow His church. Grace does that to a person. Peter knew that he was in the wrong and he had to put it right. Maybe you know that you need to ask for God's forgiveness. Maybe you know that you've done something wrong. Ask God to forgive you now. Maybe ask God for His grace in your life. God offers you His grace. Grace offered by God was anything but cheap. We all fail. We all need grace, and it is only through grace that we are saved. So, my challenge to you this week, why not explore God's grace in the Bible? Why not explore how Jesus showed other people grace? Why not show someone grace in your life? Why not use the ordinary moments in your world, on the bus, in school, while you're waiting in line for food in the canteen, to show grace to other people? Why not pray for someone that you know who needs God's grace in their life? Turning the ordinary moments this week into a chance to meet with God and His amazing grace.